Good morning guys, welcome back to a brand new video. It is going to be another gorgeous day here at Miracle Mountain. Bella's just ran off further down. I think she saw a deer about 15 minutes ago and she just won't leave that area now and is barking around and just trying to protect us from the deer, even though the deer definitely aren't a threat towards us, but she's having fun, so that's the main thing. So the first thing on today's list is this tree that fell down in a storm a couple of days ago right into the middle of the road, and I've managed to move it out the way a little bit, but you can see it's actually just completely snapped right there, right in the middle. It's just snapped in half, so I need to cut this tree up and get it moved out the way, safely out the road. And I just want to say a massive thank you to every single person who reached out with emails, with messages, with comments. It really means a lot. Like, it's given me so much energy, so much support, and yeah, I feel like things are gonna be good. I've got so many plans, it's unbelievable. You probably know me by now. I've got a lot going on in my head at the same time, so I need to navigate everything, but I'm feeling very positive and yeah, excited to get on with the work today. It's always nice being out on the property, working hard, sweating, makes you feel good. It's going to be 37 degrees today, which is about as hot as it will get here at Miracle Mountain, so it's going to be warm. And I feel incredibly lucky that I get to wake up, walk outside my front door and head on over to the edge of the lake and just stand and soak up the sunshine on my skin for about 5 or 10 minutes, looking over the water's edge before I get on with some work. It doesn't get much better than that. And look who's come to say hello. It's none other than Ginjey Bear. Oh, is it like that, is it? You want a tummy rub? Of course you do. Of course you do. Come here then. Where are you going? Oh, you want to be over there? She's the most adorable cat, so affectionate, but so independent, and just loves. What are you death kicking me for? Okay. Ginjey is definitely an animal who knows what she wants. Hello baby, how you doing? Come on then. Come on then. What have you been doing this morning? And baby absolutely loves doing the same thing that I love doing, and just standing here on the edge of the lake looking over at all the wildlife, the birds and the frogs. Don't you? Yeah? Oh. Right then, I better get down to the workshop. I've got the leaf blower with me already here, but I need to go and pick up the chainsaw and some fuel, and then I can get on with the first job of the day before it starts to get too hot. So even though my workshop is a complete mess, I got my bike out now. So I've been out on my bike, which has been really nice, fitness wise. And I put up my punch bag down here. It's really nice. I can come down here in the middle of the day when it's too hot outside and do a workout, which is good. But for today, all we're needing is probably this small saw and a bit of fuel and a bit of oil as well.
Do you want your very own website but don't know where to start? Why not try out Squarespace and see for yourself how simple it is to create your very own professional looking website in no time. Designed with the user in mind, Squarespace has an easy and uncomplicated interface so you can bring your ideas to life. Browse through their templates to see which one works for you and the web page you have in mind. You can preview each template to see how it looks in real time, and it's no hassle to switch up the template at any point. We've changed our website template a couple of times over the years and it's been a breeze. The templates are customizable. Add and remove any features you want whilst altering the colour, font, layout and more. Squarespace gives you the option to buy your own domain directly through them, where you can search through various options and buy multiple domains if you wish. Handy features such as a free logo maker, newsletter and even a commerce section ensures you can have the website you want. We love having everything to do with our website in one place rather than having numerous third-party applications that all have to tie in together. Squarespace has wrapped it all up in one. So what you're waiting for? Click the link in our description or head to squarespace.com/indieprojects for a 14-day free trial and 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain.
It's never really a bad day when you're out here on the property just ticking off little jobs here and there. It's actually quite fun. And I'm going to tackle this tree right now, see if we can get it moved. It's heating up very quickly, but I'm in the shade here. They wasn't messing around when they said it's going to be warm today. Wow, it is so warm already, and the sun's only been up for probably an hour and a half and it's boiling hot. I think today might be a trip to a river beach or some sort of swimming, but I'm nearly there for this job. So there we have it, nearly job completed. You can see there the road's still a mess. So I need to get the leaf blower out the back of the UTV and tidy this up, but that's next on the list. And you can see the main tree I put over here and the branches over there. The branches won't be staying there, but it's too warm today to move them elsewhere on the property. But down here, you can actually see there was some water ingress in this tree, so that was probably the root of the problem. So Ginjey Bear has just come down and has kindly signed off my work, haven't you? He said I did a good job. Just silence. Oh, you did say something. Did I do a good job? Yeah? Am I making the place nice for you? So Bella just shot past me and is heading back up to the house after doing a perimeter check and making sure that me and the animals are all nice and safe. It's so good because She protects the goats and the chickens really, really well. Any predators, she's straight on it. Even though she's a tripod, she's a very capable tripod. So one thing I've been doing to keep myself and my mind clear and focused is eating super clean, no junk food, no fizzy drinks, nothing, like cooking everything fresh. And oh, it's an absolute game changer. I feel so good. I feel so much more energetic, full of energy. Like I'm not hurting as much in my knees and my limbs. It's just, oh, it's incredible. I'd recommend it to anyone. That and working out, the combination is just like the best thing you can do for yourself. So that is what I've been doing, going for runs. In this heat it's pretty tricky, but I've been managing it. Just as the sun dips behind the mountain, I head out for a nice run, do some hill sprints, and then I've got like a multi-gym inside the house, so I've been doing some weights as well, and it feels incredible. But nothing beats a natural farm workout. Being out here in the mountains, cutting up trees, it's using all of the muscle groups that you want to be using, and you're out in nature, and it just feels good because you've ticked off another job. And yeah, it's very satisfying. Good morning, Matilde. Hello, chickens. You ready to come out? Come on then. Come on then, time to explore. So they'll be heading off now and they'll forage all day. Absolutely loving life. And then they'll be having plenty of dust baths to keep cool. I also, for the chickens on these hot days, I've got watermelon in the fridge and the freezer, and what I do is I'll put a rope through the watermelon and I'll hang it from the top of their coop, and then essentially they can just peck away at that all day, and it's really nice for them because it's nice and cool. Also, I fill up a little paddling pool for them, so if they want a little paddle as well as the dust baths, they can, and they seem to be very happy. And love hanging out in the goat enclosure as well. It looks like I've just opened up the coop because missing a chicken, and it looks like we've got a broody one. Are you broody? I'm just going to feel underneath there to see if there's any eggs. You're not sitting on any eggs. So do you want to go and join the others? Yeah? Go and join the others. You'll get a bit hot in there later. And look at this. Fresh eggs. Hello, Margot. Have you been rolling around in the dirt again? You're looking a bit scruffy. I'm going to let them out now and open their gate up so that they can explore where it's a bit cooler. Although the goats do not mind whatsoever about the heat. Come on then, goaties. Out you come. Open up their enclosure, and the chickens are down here. Time to get the chickens and the goats some fresh water every morning, so it's nice and cold, it's nice and fresh. Oh, something in my throat. So I got the fresh water for them, and the goats are heading further up into the shaded area, which is always nice to see, because although they do hang out in the sun and it doesn't seem to bother them, it does fill me with a bit worry when they're in the sun too long on hot days like this. So we have plenty of shade around for them. Are you having fun hanging out? So the chickens are, as expected, straight into the goat enclosure and rooting around all of the straw. They're so funny. But at least it's nice and shaded in here for them as well. And you as well. Tag team in the horse box. Productive day so far. The chickens are happy, the goats are happy. The cats were fed early this morning before I headed out. Bella was fed as well, but I'd like to lock eyes on her pretty soon because she's always just roaming around. I like to just know where she is. I do have a tracker though on her, so if I can't see her for a while, she's never far. She's usually just around the lake, and I can just log in and see where she is. Just got in the UTV to drive back up to the house and get my breakfast and a nice iced coffee, and Matilde is straight in to the fresh branches that I've cut down today, so that's really nice to see. Some fresh greenery for them. She's loving it. And Margot's just watching her like, what are you doing? But Margot, you're the silly one, because right there is fresh food and you're just standing on the road, not eating at all. Come here, Bella. Oh, look at you. Aren't you the happiest? You're so happy. Come on then. Come on then. She is so happy. Look at her face as she turns her ass towards me. There we have it. Breakfast of champions. I got blueberries, strawberries, banana, some mixed seeds. Oh, yogurt. So good, and this keeps me more than full enough until lunchtime. No snacking, and I feel great.
In my time abandoned, the 7 wonders never held a candle to your lonesome eyes. I still think of you when the mountains crumble, when the night turns blue, and the red bird cries.
So I had to leave Miracle Mountain just for a few hours to go and sort some bits and bobs out in the area where my old off-grid property is, or was. So, well, it's still there, I just don't own it anymore. And I decided it's a beautiful day, why not come and have a swim in the lake that I used to swim in all the time when I lived at that property. Oh, it's going to be so refreshing. Just look at this. Stunning place, stunning lake, super cold water, and that's exactly what I'm needing. Can pull the truck right up to the water's edge and it's crystal clear. It really is. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see directly through to the bottom of the lake bed. Right, time to get in. Let's see how cold this water actually is. Oh, it's actually so nice, but this is the shallows. As soon as I get deeper, it gets so cold here. Oh, yes. Oh, that is lovely. So refreshing. This is just what I needed. This water is usually really cold, and today almost feels like I'm just in some tropical waters, and the truck's just behind me. Oh, what a place. I absolutely love swimming here. Although I have some amazing mountain hidden pools to swim in the rivers near my new property, Miracle Mountain. So I do like to come here when I can, when I'm passing, but I think I prefer the mountain rivers in the middle of nowhere, 4x4 access only. It makes it a whole adventure just getting there, so you appreciate it even more when you finally reach the water. Oh, I can't describe how good this feels on a hot day like today, but I better get out, get back. I can let the animals back out when I'm back and get some lunch and then crack on with some more work. So I have just arrived at the new project property, and it's currently 37 degrees, and I'm not going to attempt to work outside, not at all. I did that for like 2 years, working on the barn renovation project all summer, every day, just absolutely grafting, and it takes it out of you. I don't need to do that right now because I can work inside, but I want some advice off you guys who know anything about gardening. So the flowers are looking absolutely gorgeous, and there's butterflies flying around and all different insects, but you can see here that they've actually fallen, some of them, and I'm guessing there's just so many and it's so heavy that it just can't take the weight. So what do you advise that I do? Should I just cut all of these ones back? Where do I cut them? Do I cut them right back at the join and get rid of a load of this dead weight and then just keep the ones that are thriving further up the top? And it's not just in that area as well, by the entrance of the gate, it's also just over here by the fence line. So you can see by the fence line here, it's happened again. There's a big open area where they've just fallen to the ground because the weight is just too much. So I guess I'm gonna have to cut them back and relieve some of the weight for the rest to be able to thrive, because I absolutely love these flowers. They really add so much to the garden. And then just up here, you got some beautiful shade from this massive fig tree, which I'm excited to try the figs from there when they ripen later in the summer. Also, check this out. I'm really excited about this. Look at all of these grapes hanging off the back of the fence near the secret garden. I can't wait to try some of these. You can just get out the pool one day and then come and pick some grapes, and then obviously the other fruit that's in the secret garden. But these vines look super healthy, really, really healthy. And there's tons of grapes that I'm going to be able to pick really soon. You would not believe that I cut this grass just about 10 days ago. It needs another trim. I'm still looking into the best option, whether I go for robot or whether I go for just a proper serious mower that I can just get it done really quickly. But today I'm going to be working inside here because it's underground. It should be nice and cool. So my idea is that this area here, I'll have a big L-shaped workbench around the back of the wall there that wraps all the way around here, that I can fix things and work on. And I got all this space back here as well. Possibly the end wall there, or if I build a stud wall here and take this shelving unit out, I can hang all of my tools on here, really, really nicely located for my workbench that is here. So I want to keep everything nice and organized. I've got an old cooker here that I can probably use for something really old chest freezer, fridge, and a washing machine as well. So I'm going to utilize as many of them things as I possibly can. You can see the pool table as well. I'm going to push that out the way because I've put it on wheels for now, so I can move it while I'm working in this area. But the pool table will probably go right under this light here, and I'll be changing all the lights out and making it feel a lot more like an old English pub, really cozy. I picked this up from the side of the road, which is actually a sofa bed. So it folds out into a bed as well as a sofa, and it's actually very comfortable and just needs a little wipe down. There's no damage to it whatsoever. Someone had just had enough of it. We've got a big table over here I'll probably utilize for something, but the space in here I think is going to be really, really cool. So the first thing I want to do is take everything off of these shelves, see what I've got, because I don't know if you can tell, but this is encroaching on the already fairly tight space once everything's in here, and I don't need this shelf here. It's on big pieces of metal that are into the wall, so I need to get rid of them. But first, yeah, I need to take all of this stuff off. But there's actually a lot of stuff that was left that is very, very useful. I just found these plastic containers which are going to be perfect to put all the little trinkets that have been left over in. Oh, there's a nice hacksaw here I don't remember seeing. Loads of blades as well. There's so much useful things that have been left behind. So many old school tools that I absolutely love and want to keep and will definitely use on this project. So it's cool of the previous owner to leave them for me.
On a San Antone, where the cold winds are blowing, a place far from home, where the road never dies. And it told me then that your heart was a heavy with the right love at the wrong time.
Why do I suddenly feel like I'm going snowboarding? Why do they look so ridiculous? Oh yeah, like I feel like I should be on my motorbike right now, but safety first.
Walking down the road, I'm trying to post up, find a place to sit. Watch the people as they go by, some make me laugh, some make me cry, must admit. If it weren't for all the others talking about the way that things should be, I think we'd be much better off, and some might even say we'd be more free.
So there we have it. Both pieces of metal are now out the wall, and I got so much more space. I couldn't even stand here before, and now I can stand all the way over here. Suddenly the kind of fun area, which is going to be this section, just looks so much better. And I'm going to admit something to you right now, and I want you to support me. My name's Theo, and I'm a hoarder. I'm going to keep these. These are going to be useful for something, And pretty much everything else that I've found where I was like, at first I was like, oh, I'm not sure. Now I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can find a use for it. So I'm a hoarder. What would you guys do with this space? Obviously I've got my ideas, but I'd love to hear your ideas. And I'm really happy to have this sofa in here because it is warm, but in here actually doesn't feel too bad. I'm underground. It's such a great space, it really is. And this sofa, super comfortable. I'm actually surprised. I wasn't sure what to expect when you find stuff off the side of the road. It can definitely be hit and miss. But this, unbelievable. Very, very comfortable. This is like a massive game of Tetris where you're trying to fit all the different shapes into a small space. I think what I'm going to do is move the oven, the fridge, the freezer, the TV right in the far corner because I've never actually seen this workspace area and it actually looks pretty decent. So if I can tidy it up, it might be that I don't really need to build anything and I can just work off of what was already here and add to it and make it better. So yeah, that's pretty exciting.
It'll come at you with everything it's got, but then it breaks your frown.
So now I've cleaned out this area, this is where the workshop is going to be, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I don't really have to do much. There's these kind of flimsy things on the back that will probably to put certain things on. I'll make them better for sure. But the worktops are super solid. Like, that's not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere. So I can be sure that I can put my chop saw, all sorts of different things I can put on here and I don't have to worry, which is great. Barely anything I need to do apart from just organize all of my stuff. And if I need to come down here and kind of fix something small or cut some small precise pieces of timber or metal, I can do it right here. So absolutely perfect. Not sure what this rail used to do. I guess there used to be a curtain separating this area from that area. I'm going to keep this all open apart from over there. This curtain rail is annoying me so much, but it is, and it must go. It's ugly, and yeah, it's just another thing to bang my head on. It's literally just one screw in either side, so it's dead easy. It's always nice when a job is easier than you think it's going to be. Even small little ones like this. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Horrible thing is gone, and I have a little bit more headroom because I'm bound to smack my head off this if I left it there, and it just doesn't need to be there. I'm all about just opening up this space and making it feel as flowy and as airy as possible. So the last thing I want to do is just clear everything off these shelves, figure out what's in the cupboards. You got actually useful things again, like these really fine mesh nets. I'm not sure what they were used for, but there's many uses for this type of stuff. So hoarder Theo is gonna keep them. And a towel. Actually, actually smells good. I'll keep that for like workshop. I'm obviously not gonna dry myself after a shower with it because I don't know where it's been, but for for wiping up oil and stuff like that, any spillages down here, that's the towel. Pack of cards, interesting. Coat hangers, always useful. What else we got? Lots of wires and like manuals and stuff for the tools that were left behind. Okay, just found a toilet seat. You know, you always need toilet seats, so keep that. I really like this old ashtray, this Gordon's ashtray. This reminds me, back in the day in Birmingham, England, in the pub, this kind of stuff. And yeah, this looks like an ice box or something. I'm gonna keep this because I want to make this area around the pool table feel like a little bar, pub area. Probably have a little table in the corner with maybe a little mini fridge with nice cool drinks for the summer. Also a nice Logan Scotch whiskey box. That'll come in useful and looks cool.
Leftovers on the counter, cage at the television, and the sink is full of flowers, bathtub soaking the dishes, got a couch in the den, but we all just hang in the kitchen. Pilates in the guest room, pizza on the coffee table, let the mystic.
It suddenly feels like there is so much more space in here. And I can see, once these cupboards are removed and there's a nice stud wall that I can actually hang useful things off, because I don't need all that cupboard and shelving space. So I'm going to build a stud wall. This side will probably be tongue and groove. The other side, probably OSB. And then obviously I can attach my tools and hang stuff off it. And I've just created so much more space because I don't like these. They look ugly. They're not in keeping with what I want in here and the style that I want. I mean, the style of axes hanging on the wall, like medieval looking axes, while you're playing pool and you got a little bar in the corner, you got your cold fridge, you got your sofa, can hang out here with mates, and then this side purely work focused. Also, over this way is looking a bit crazy. There's a lot of stuff that I need to sort through and figure out if I am actually going to keep it. As much as of a hoarder as I am, some of it has to go. But over here, now I've removed their metal bars and that big piece of wood and the shelf, that would be perfect, I think, for the sofa to fit along that wall. And then that will open up a lot of space around the pool table. It's very exciting, it's coming together. This is going to be a proper transformation and just going to chip away at it bit by bit. I've got other work I'm actually going to do upstairs in the house very soon, so you're not going to want to miss that. I'm happy to announce that the pond that I built is thriving. This is like its first proper summer. It's full of water. The water is just constantly coming in and then overflowing. It's fed by a cold water spring, so the temperature of the pond is staying nice and cool for certain fish like the rainbow trout that I have in here, you need to keep the water below a certain temperature, and it seems to be doing completely fine. It's well below what is recommended, so I'm super stoked. There's a little bit of algae forming, but it's not forming in the pond. Let me show you. So you can see here where the spring comes in, and if I touch that, oh, that is glorious. That is such a nice temperature. And you can see that algae is forming in this basin right here. And then that's being pushed into the water. So along the edges, there's a little bit of algae, but I've seen the fish nibbling on it. And I have no doubt that the carp will take care of that. I can actually just see a rainbow trout just in the shaded area under the dock, just hanging out at the top of the water. Right, let's give him a bit of food then. I imagine the trout will be straight on that. It just fills me with joy seeing like how thriving this area is, because before it was just nothing. There was nothing here. There was nothing going on. There was just a spring where the water was springing. I don't know how you'd explain it. The spring was springing, and then it was just flowing directly off my land. And that's ridiculous. You want to hold, retain as much water as possible on your property. And this is exactly what this has done. It's a huge success. All of the wildlife it's brought to this particular area is also incredible. And I can see a couple of good sized bass in here that is now time to move to the lake. So the lake is ready for some bigger bass. So that is what I would do fairly soon. Come down here with my rod, catch a couple bass, and I'll take them up to the lake, and I'll probably end up bringing you guys along for the journey as well. So it's the evening time now, and I'm off to put the animals to bed, but there's a little view looking back over the lake at the house. And Bella's coming with me, she's leading the way. And Furrnando is with me as well, and he's crying like a little crybaby, aren't you? What are you crying for? You want your dinner, don't you? Well, let me put the goats to bed and the chickens, and then you can get fed. This view never gets old. Bella's barking, she's definitely caught scent of something. Yeah, Bella's just shot up the mountain. I can hear her bark just echoing through the valley. So it's either deer or wild boar probably. I was gonna take the goats for a nice walk up the mountain, but it's far too hot and I didn't want to tire them out. So I just let them out and they just hung around their kind of enclosure and were sensible. The last thing I want to do is like exhaust them up the mountain in the crazy heat. I see ya. Good to see you back. Come on, Bella. Bedtime now. Come on, it's bedtime. She's currently headbutting a bush. Oh, she's a funny dog. Right, I think I'm going to end the video there. Thank you so much for all of the support. I know this video, like, I didn't achieve tons and tons of things, but I got quite a lot of stuff done today, and also had a 2 and a bit hour drive just to go and do some bits and pieces that I won't bore you with, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes that needs sorting out and is taking up quite a lot of time. So thank you for giving me a little bit of leeway, but it's been an enjoyable day. I feel like I'm excited to keep working on the new project. And yeah, thanks once again for all the positivity. It really is helping, so thank you. And leave a comment below if you did enjoy this video, and I'll catch you really soon on the next one.